Need for external validation, the why of things, part 11 of 15. In healthy, emotionally intelligent relationships, people find value in themselves and seek validation through mutual respect and understanding. When someone constantly craves external validation, it can be confusing because it contrasts sharply with how most people build self-esteem internally. External validation is the need for approval, admiration, or praise from others in order to feel worthy or valuable. While it is normal for everyone to appreciate positive feedback occasionally, individuals with certain cluster B traits often rely excessively on this validation to maintain their self-esteem and sense of self. Without a steady stream of external validation, they may feel worthless, invisible, or anxious, leading them to act in ways that demand attention and approval. What it is: a compulsive need for others to affirm one's worth or value, often at the expense of personal integrity or genuine connection. People who seek external validation may alter their behavior, manipulate situations, or engage in attention-seeking actions to gain the approval they desperately need. What it isn't: enjoying compliments or feedback in a balanced, healthy way. Emotionally secure individuals can appreciate praise without depending on it to feel good about themselves. They have an internal sense of self-worth that doesn't require constant affirmation from others. Why people seek external validation. The need for external validation is often rooted in insecurity, a fragile self-image, or a deep fear of rejection or abandonment. Because these individuals struggle to generate a stable sense of self-worth internally, they rely heavily on others to prop up their self-esteem. Here's how the need for external validation manifests in different cluster B disorders. IDD, Impulsive Disregard Disorder, or ASPD. People with IDD might seek external validation in more manipulative or exploitative ways. They may crave power, status, or attention, and will manipulate others into giving them that validation. It's not about admiration for them, but rather about control and dominance. If they are not recognized or appreciated as they want to be, they may lash out or discard those around them without hesitation. ESFD, Extreme Self-Focused Disorder, or NPD. For those with ESFD, external validation is critical to maintaining their inflated self-image. They see themselves as superior, but they constantly need others to reinforce that belief. If they are not praised or admired, they may become angry, withdrawn, or lash out. Their self-esteem is like a balloon that deflates quickly without constant air, so they surround themselves with people who will continuously validate them. They often reject or discard anyone who criticizes or questions their superiority. EID, Emotional Intensity Disorder, or BPD. People with EID may seek external validation as a way to soothe their deep emotional turmoil. Their unstable self-image and overwhelming emotions lead them to constantly search for reassurance from others. They may cling to compliments, attention, or affection as a way to stabilize their emotions. However, because their emotional state is so volatile, even small dips in validation can trigger extreme feelings of rejection, anger, or sadness. DASD, or Dramatic Attention-Seeking Disorder, HPD. Those with DASD often seek external validation through dramatic or attention-grabbing behavior. They crave the spotlight and will go to great lengths to ensure that others are paying attention to them. Whether it's through extravagant gestures, exaggerated stories, or creating conflict, their goal is to maintain a constant stream of attention and praise. Without it, they may feel deeply insecure and become even more dramatic in their attempts to regain focus. The impact of needing external validation. When someone constantly seeks external validation, it can create exhausting and one-sided relationships. Friends, partners, and family members may feel drained by the constant need to reassure, praise, or uplift the person. Over time, the relationship may feel more like a performance or a duty than a mutual connection. For the person needing validation, the relentless search for approval can become an emotional burden. Because their self-esteem is dependent on others, they often feel anxious, insecure, or worthless when the external validation fades. This creates a vicious cycle where they continuously chase praise, admiration, or attention, only to feel empty again shortly after receiving it. Protecting yourself. If you're in a relationship with someone who constantly seeks external validation, it's important to set boundaries around how much emotional energy you can give. While everyone appreciates occasional validation, you are not responsible for maintaining someone else's self-esteem. Encouraging them to seek self-worth internally through therapy, self-reflection, or personal growth can be helpful. If their behavior becomes too demanding or manipulative, it's important to prioritize your own well-being and recognize that their need for constant validation may not be something you can fulfill.